Arnold Schwarzenegger's journey from a small village in Austria to becoming an iconic global figure is the stuff of legends. It's a tale of triumph, hard work, determination, and something even more powerful, the ability to visualize success. But Arnold didn't just dream his future, he visualized it down to the last detail, using the law of attraction to shape his destiny. From winning Mr. Olympia to becoming one of Hollywood's biggest stars, and then rising to political prominence as the governor of California, his story is proof that anyone can shape their reality if they're willing to use their mind as a tool for success. But how did he do it? What exactly is visualization, and why does it play such a crucial role in achieving success? And more importantly, how can you use the same techniques to attract the life you've always dreamed of? In today's video, we'll dive deep into Arnold Schwarzenegger's visualization methods, the science behind them, and how you can implement these same strategies to manifest your goals. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the power of visualization, but also know how to use it, starting today. Part 1: Early Life and Bodybuilding Success. Arnold's story begins in a small Austrian village. Born in 1947, he grew up in post-World War II Europe, in a country still recovering from the war. Life wasn't easy. Arnold's family didn't have much, and his father was strict. But even as a young boy, Arnold had a big dream. He wanted to leave Austria and become something more. He wanted to be the best at something, but at first, he wasn't sure what that something was. Arnold often talks about how he discovered bodybuilding as a teenager. It was like a light bulb going off in his mind. The idea of transforming his body into a work of art fascinated him. He quickly became obsessed with it, devouring magazines about bodybuilding and idolizing stars like Rich Park. But here's the key part: while others might have seen this as just a hobby, Arnold visualized himself as the best in the world. He once said, and I quote, "When I was very young, I visualized myself being and having what it was I wanted. Mentally, I never had any doubts about it." What Arnold was describing here is the first, most fundamental aspect of visualization, seeing yourself already in possession of the goal. Even before he had ever competed in a bodybuilding competition, Arnold saw himself as a champion. This belief guided him every day. In fact, Arnold didn't just work out like a regular athlete. He trained with the intensity of someone who already was Mr. Universe. He saw his body becoming stronger and more defined, each muscle growing with every repetition. His visualization didn't just focus on the end goal of winning competitions. He visualized every step of the process, every exercise, every meal, every moment of growth. Now, take a second to think about that. Arnold wasn't just wishing or hoping to win. He knew he would win because in his mind, he had already done it. He was living in the reality of his success before it became a fact in the physical world. Part 2: The Science Behind Visualization. Before we move further into Arnold's story, let's take a step back and understand the science behind visualization and why it works so powerfully. The human brain is an incredible machine, and one of its key components is something called the reticular activating system, or RAS for short. This part of the brain acts like a filter, deciding what information is important and what can be ignored. When you visualize something clearly and consistently, you're training your RAS to focus on that goal. So, when Arnold visualized himself winning bodybuilding competitions or landing roles in blockbuster movies, his brain was actually being trained to notice opportunities, take the necessary actions, and maintain focus. By seeing his success in vivid detail, Arnold was programming his brain to make that success a reality. Another important factor here is the brain's neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to form new neural pathways. When you visualize a goal as if it has already happened, your brain begins to create the neural circuits that support that reality. It's like practicing for success before it happens. For Arnold, this meant imagining his muscles growing as he worked out. He didn't just see the end result of being Mr. Olympia, he visualized the hard work, the process, the daily routines that would get him there. He could see each repetition building his muscles and moving him closer to his goal. Practical takeaway. Now, this is something you can apply in your own life. Whatever your goal is, whether it's starting a business, improving your health, or finding a new career, take a moment to visualize not just the end goal, but the steps it will take to get there. Close your eyes and see yourself going through the process, feeling every emotion along the way. Part 3. Applying visualization to bodybuilding. Arnold's application of visualization in bodybuilding went beyond imagining himself as Mr. Universe. He visualized his body transforming with each workout. In fact, he once described how he would see each muscle group in his mind as he trained, almost like an artist sculpting clay. His visualization was precise. For example, when he worked on his biceps, he didn't just think about lifting weights. He saw his biceps expanding with each curl, getting bigger, more defined, and more powerful. This intense focus on visualization gave him the mental edge over his competitors. Most bodybuilders were focused on the physical aspect of training, but Arnold combined physical effort with mental visualization. He wasn't just lifting weights, he was manifesting a champion physique. Part 4. Arnold's transition to Hollywood. But Arnold didn't stop at bodybuilding. He had another dream. He wanted to conquer Hollywood, and just like with bodybuilding, people told him it was impossible. Imagine that for a moment. Arnold was told that his accent was too thick, that his body was too muscular, and that he could never make it as a leading man. But once again, Arnold used visualization to defy the odds. Arnold has often said that he saw himself as a movie star before anyone else did. He imagined his name in lights, his face on the big screen, long before he ever got his first role. And just like with bodybuilding, he combined this powerful visualization with relentless action. He studied acting, worked on his accent, and never stopped pursuing his goal. In 1982, his visualization became reality when he landed the lead role in Conan the Barbarian. This was the breakthrough that launched his Hollywood career. From there, he went on to star in blockbuster films like The Terminator, Predator, and Total Recall. Arnold visualized all of this before it happened. Part 5. Visualization in politics. And if conquering bodybuilding and Hollywood wasn't enough, Arnold set his sights on politics. In 2003, he ran for governor of California, despite having no political experience. Once again, people doubted him. But Arnold didn't let that stop him. He visualized himself as a leader. He saw himself in the governor's office, making decisions, leading the state. And guess what? He won. Arnold became the governor of California and served 2 terms. His visualization techniques, combined with hard work and persistence, had brought him success in yet another field. Arnold's story teaches us that visualization isn't limited to any one area of life. Whether it's your career, relationships, health, or personal development, you can use the power of visualization to achieve your goals. Part 6. Practical tips for using visualization. So, how can you apply these visualization techniques in your own life? Here are a few simple steps to get started. Set a clear goal. The first step is to have a clear and specific goal. Write it down in as much detail as possible. Visualize daily. Spend at least 5 to 10 minutes every day visualizing your success. Close your eyes and see yourself already in possession of what you want. Imagine it as vividly as possible. Feel the emotion. It's important to not just see your success, but to feel it. What does it feel like to achieve your goal? Feel the excitement, the satisfaction, the pride. Stay persistent. Visualization is powerful, but it won't work overnight. Stay persistent. Keep visualizing your success every day, even when it feels far away. Take action. Finally, combine your visualization with action. Just like